they've already added things to it that have caused this problem. If you look at the 16th Amendment, the 16th Amendment was passed in the early 1900s, and it essentially destroyed state property. The 16th Amendment, those who don't know, is the amendment that allowed the federal government to start taxing income. Up until that point, we were on really an apportionment system where the states collected the tax and they passed on to the federal government what they needed to run the federal government program. That would be goal, that would be pie in the sky tax policy. There's actually legislation to do that.
How would that work? Federal highways.
Right. So what happens? Well, it worked up until 1930, because obviously the federal highways and roads are one of the things that are absolutely constitutional under the federal government. But the way it worked prior is that the states collected the tax, they remitted taxes to the federal government, and then that was the budget. And it was sizable. It was very sizable. They were able to do it. The difference was there was a middleman, and it actually increased state property. So it would work much the way it does now. It would work much the way it does now. The only difference is the states would work. And that's the way they did it. So my point is that you have amendments that have occurred over the last couple of centuries that have led to these overloaded budgets. And I wish we could elect people to go back there and vote for us, but I've seen, I think we've all seen that they're not going to do it. And so the alternative, and I'm not trusting, I don't think we need a constitutional idea at all. And if we can do it without doing it, I'm sure. But I don't think we can, because we continue to see I go around and I talk to seniors all the time, and they want to have a discussion about what we're doing with entitlement. First of all, I don't know anyone who wants to be able to do this system already. And I actually separate parties. I don't view Social Security the same way as I do Medicare. And the reason is because I don't know how you were sold on the Social Security, but what I was told as a young person was that they take money out of our checks, okay? They take money out of our checks and put it in a trust account, and it'll be there when we qualify. Is that what you were told? That's what I was told. It's a lie. The federal government has stolen from our seniors. They've stolen from the people who are relying on that money. They've taken it, they've spent it. So I think we need to, first of all, future commitments. Absolutely future commitments. Those are the system below. And then we have to look at other ways to reform entitlements. Because entitlements, in and of itself, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, all in one lump sum, that is bigger. It's twice that of any of the other spending we have. We have defense, roads, everything. You cannot have a budget if you do not address entitlements. So here's my one solution, one man solution. Is someone like Paul Ryan's idea. Paul Ryan, the Medicaid, they would get set up in essentially house property. They would collect the money, the federal government would collect the money, and then block grant it back to the states, and the states would run the state debt, Medicaid. I like the idea to the point that, except I would like to see, okay, if they know how much they're going to block grants to the states, then they know how much they would cut individual income tax. They're allowed the states to collect it. Okay, so if the states can collect it and let the states run the safety net, what that does immediately is it eliminates federal Medicaid, and that would cut down on our deficit dramatically. And each one of the states would do it. If you think about it, prior to 1962 and 63, when Medicaid and Medicare were passed, When Medicaid and Medicare passed, the cost of a hospital stay has gone up by 7,000%. It's actually a little higher than that, 7,000% per day. What happened was the federal government came in and they said, we are now going to provide charity care and care for the elderly. And so all these hospitals that were owned by churches and private groups, why do you think, if you look at, why do you think that just down the street we have, St. Mark's, you have LDS Hospital, you have St. Jude's Hospital, you have Holy Cross Hospital. Why do they have these funny names? Well, because prior to the 1960s, they were owned by churches. And most of the charitable care was done at those hospitals. If those hospitals couldn't care for somebody, the counties actually had clinics. Cook County Hospital in Chicago was one of the finest hospital clinics in the world. It was very much charity care. But as soon as the federal government got involved, charity care went away. Churches sold out hospitals and private sector. And so I think we need to move things back to local, broaden that out of the whatever. I think that's what it is. You have to address that. You're not addressing
I wanted to say, as far as Medicare goes, we are under I think it's how we're going to be insured because I don't want to live off. I just don't want to rely on that. And there's no dental care or dental responsibility. But there's affordability of insurance funds, and there's really nothing to do with us. And that needs to be the time. It isn't all off there, but I do think that we need to reform our benefits.
I agree. I completely agree. You came in late, I'll tell you some of my ideas, and trust me, there's a lot of ideas out there. Some of my ideas were healthcare reform. There's two sides to healthcare reform. We only talk about one. We talk about how we're going to pay for it. We rarely talk about how we're going to cost it. And you have to address both. So let's talk about how you pay for it first. I think we need to allow the free market to allow you to. Isn't it silly that if you're buying healthcare insurance for yourself, that you only get to pick from the health insurance companies that are in Utah? You can't go to Nebraska, Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Connecticut, you cannot go to these other states for yourself. It makes zero sense. If you open up just that one action, opening up the free market, allowing you to purchase things, allowing insurance companies to compete, would drop costs for you in buying those insurance. You really need to. Second, we made a mistake. The government made a huge mistake when they tied health insurance to employment. Your employer gets the benefit of you purchasing health care insurance. You don't. I don't know why we ever did that, but what we need to do is actually give the benefit to you to purchase health insurance. Okay? So you purchase health insurance, you get the tax benefit, and you own the product. You get to take it with you from job to job. Affordable. As we talked about. So those are just a couple of solutions on paying for it. On the lower cost end, we've got to get control of one particular law in this country called the Tull. You ever heard of the Tull? Okay. You've heard of it, even though you don't live in England. And Tull is the law that says no matter what your condition, no matter your ability to pay, no matter what, you go to the emergency room and they must treat you. Okay? That one particular law, the Tull law, has been personally responsible for vast percentage of increases in healthcare for all of us. Because what happens is people know that they can go to the emergency room and get treated no matter what. They can go there with a cold, they go there. They'll go there.
I have to explain exactly like that. Emergency now is like nothing. Like for someone who really have an emergency can wait like until he dies in an emergency room. These people for no reason they go there because first of all it's free, it will be backed by their security, and second they come even if the guy is illegal, even if the guy is like a moral guy, they need safety. And I think it's so stupid because real people they can't be So I have the experience.
They don't treat as well as everybody else.
Exactly.
So what happens is you have created an entire generation of people who go there for colds or whatever the case may be, and when they don't pay, how does the hospital feel this? Think about it. How does the hospital have people they must give to care? How do they the hospital? Because the increased costs. You have one of the things that I would do is I would sponsor an elimination of the call law. So that, frankly, it only covers life and death situations where, in fact, I'm not sure a hospital anywhere that would try someone to do it. They would be treated. And what has happened is, think about it. You go up and down the freeway, you see those billboard signs of a hospital. It's a hospital, and it says wait time, 6 minutes. It has on big red numbers. Why in the world would you need to know wait time for an emergency room? Unless you're treating your life as a doctor's office. Those are the two of my ideas. Is it possible to do no. Yes, sir.
Would you give a pharmaceutical limits specific right about
First of all, I don't think that requires I believe that the fact is that since that early 1960s, when these things happen, you can make your own conclusions. I'm not going to try.
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm not sure there's anyone that would argue that the moral fabric of society has decayed and continues to decay. And as we do that, we are raising generations of people who forget what this country, the goodness of this country from time to time. So I do not think you have to be one particular religion. I don't think you need to be religious at all. I don't. But I'm not sure that we need to be so tight on religion that it's, you can't express it. You can't express it.